and you're against feeding people soup.
Well, Alex, that feeds right back into what I called about today. Because of this Fourth Amendment rule that they've loosened, they're not only going to be doing it in your neighborhoods, they can walk into your house and look around and pick whatever the hell they want and haul you out.
That's the sneak and peek provision of Patriot Act. They pass that, and then they're getting the court in line with it.
Oh, well, you know, look at that subpoena you got today. That poor jerk that wrote that on the website.
Yeah.
They are going to come to his house, and there is a provision in the Patriot Act, which I looked at because you told me to go look at it. They can charge him as a terrorist.
I know.
And they can do all those things in the Patriot Act that are supposed to be against terrorists that are supposed to be trying to bring down our government and use it against a stupid American citizen.
Sir, they have charged 17-year-old high school seniors with no criminal record for writing an article about zombies attacking a fictitious school and then the guy's grandparents in this one case reported on him. They charged him, oh, look, he wrote an article about zombies. He wrote a fiction story like Stephen King. And then his grandparents read it. He lived with them, and they reported him and were proud, and the police said, great job. And they said, it doesn't matter if it's a fiction story. You're not allowed to write about that. And they charged him as a terrorist.
Oh, my God.
It's secret police. Listen, I told the story in my audio blog yesterday. Mm-hmm. My wife hadn't told me about this in a week and a half. She forgot about it. Before we went on vacation, we had repairmen there at the house. You know, we had air conditioner repairmen, and we have garbage disposal repairmen, whatever, because I don't have the time to be there. And my children we're homeschooling them, trying that out. They're very small, and the people said your children should be in school, and my wife said, well, no, they're homeschooled, and they said that's illegal. I started looking at my wife weird. It's not illegal, you see. But the point is that every time I hear about CPS going after a family, its neighbors see the children on recess who are homeschooling playing on the jungle gym in their backyard, and they call the police. That's the secret police.
Mm-hmm. And now, with the loosening of the Fourth Amendment, they don't have to just stop with what they came to your house for. They can look around, and you could be a totally innocent person doing absolutely nothing wrong in your home. They come for one reason and haul your ass off for something else.
Sir, I'm not even looking for the stories, and in the last couple of years, I've seen 3 articles in 3 different areas where people went in Best Buy, Walmart, and one other place and tried to pay with a $2 bill. The people are arrested. The police come and are so ignorant they don't know a $2 bill with the Declaration of Independence is real. And then they are, in one case, were still charged and went to court and were convicted because the judge, the jury, and everyone were so ignorant and the system was so predatory, they got them for trying to use counterfeit funds. You understand, sir? There are people going to jail for not vaccinating their children when there's no law. There are people being arrested for handing out my videos. It's in the newspaper, and then thank God the juries don't convict them. One case in Tennessee, one in Kentucky.
I have a question for you. The whole dust-up with you back of the Geraldo show in New York City that time, didn't you guys have a legal permit to be there?
We had a permit to march.
But they hauled you off anyway.
Yes, but they said an unauthorized sound device, which was really a $200 fine. So once I got in the jail, the captain came in and there was a crowd protesting, and he said, yeah, this is non-arrestable, we're going to let you go. Then I had to pay like $1,000 in court to have a lawyer appear just to pay the fine in New York for me a month later. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
These are strange new days. Foreclosures are at record highs. People are losing their jobs. The threat of a terrorist attack looms. Food supplies are at an all-time low, and now we have a new untested president. The time of change is upon us, and to those of you who are in the know, you realize that the most difficult times have yet to be seen. Self-preparedness is the key to survival. Internet Grocer understands your needs and is prepared to help you through these difficult times. Internet Grocer has some of the most affordable prices on storable foods. Feed a family of 4 for up to a year or more and enjoy creamy, delicious real cheddar cheese in a can. Indulge in real canned meats and real canned butter. Call 903-356-6443. That's 903-356-6443 from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Or shop online at internet-grocer.net. Again, that's internet-grocer.net.
As many people know, ever since President Nixon took us off the gold standard, the U.S. dollar has been devaluating. What people don't know, however, is how this directly affects your personal finances. Is there a way to prevent your portfolios from losing value? The answer to all of this is gold and silver. They have both maintained their purchasing power for 6,000 years. If you had had $100,000 in cash and $100,000 in gold and silver back in 1913 and kept them both until now, your cash would actually have the buying power of only $4,800, but your gold and silver would have the buying power of $3 million. The answer to protecting your assets is simple. Call me, John Ballman, today at 1-800-686-2237, extension 169. Get all your questions answered before your money is worth zero. Call 1-800-686-2237, extension 169. Take action today while we still accept paper dollars for gold. That's 1-800-686-2237, extension 169.
May I have everybody's attention, please? I've come with a message of information. 9/11 was an inside job.
Do you like being a puppet, sir? Do you like being a puppet for the New World Order?
How do the American people know that 9/11 was staged, was engineered by you, David Rockefeller, the Trilateral Commission, the CFR?
Please sit down and shut up. The day that we stop asking questions is the day that we have allowed the seeds of despotism to grow at our own door.
7 years after the attacks of September 11th, a global awakening has taken place.
An inside job? How dare you?
If you know that there's treason going on, you can be held accountable for treason yourself.
All hell is breaking loose on 6th Avenue.
And if the government has not told the truth, in 5 years we will be here on the 10th anniversary of 9/11.
Truth Rising. Download the film at prisonplanet.tv right now or get the DVD at infowars.com. It's now time to take the revolution to the next level.
More than 700 chemicals have been found in our drinking water. And did you know that you have greater exposure to these chemicals while taking hot showers than when drinking the water? That's because many chemicals are inhaled when they evaporate and others are absorbed into the skin. The KDF Dual Media Shower Filter works with both hot and cold water, and it's designed to reduce chlorine, lead, mercury, and iron, and it inhibits the growth of bacteria, mold, algae, and fungus. The KDF Dual Media Shower Filter typically lasts 10,000 gallons or 1 year, whichever comes first. Hospitals, restaurants, and water treatment facilities use this media to reduce chlorine, iron, heavy metals, and bacteria. What about you? Order your KDF shower filter normally $49 for our special price of only $39.99 with free shipping. Call the Berkey Guy and order now by calling 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or simply click on the banner at gcnlive.com to order online now.
Okay, look, we got about 35 minutes left, and I am going into overdrive. I know I have interviews with respective team members coming up 15 after, but I'm sure we can go to 20 after and have the good folks wait out there because I have to cover all these clips. I have to get to all this news I said I was going to. In my stack, because I print most of my news, I research at night and in the morning, but the guys around the office get stuff and they bring it to me. Derek, one of our sales guys, just walked in during the break and said, oh, you're talking about the Patriot Act being used in non-terror related cases. He said, here is the LA Times. In-flight confrontations can lead to terrorism charges, January 20th. This is today. See, I have this stuff every day and don't even cover it. It's many times worse than I'm saying, folks. Many times worse. And people, Kelly Rushing was charged with terrorism for handing out Road to Tyranny and a Ron Paul speech. And they charged him 2 counts for the Ron Paul speech. And the other, I called the judge at home. It was in the newspaper. And the judge said, yeah, I'm not going to talk about the case, but he's terrorism charges. And then I talked to people in his family, neighbors, business owner, been in there since that area was founded, old family. He just went up to some officers and said, hey, officers, these are some videos you need to watch for your family. Now, the jury found him not guilty, but this isn't a game, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't a game. Now, I want to show people this article. It says, Freeman's arrest and conviction for a federal felony defined as an act of terrorism under the Patriot Act. I had no idea I was breaking the law, said Freeman, who spent 3 months in jail before pleading guilty. They also keep you under terrorism until you plead guilty. And it says she's at least 200 people on flights who've been convicted under the law. Now, this happens outside. And it said that her daughter was being bad, and so she slapped her on the knee. Her 2 children began to